Cool, cool. All right. You guys, I've got good news. I have a job, which is nice. You know, that's what you do when you're an adult. And the nice thing about having a job is that I don't have to worry about my greatest fear coming true, which is I'm going to walk into a potential job interview, you know, with a potential employer, and they're going to say something like, "Hey, Dustin, what's your greatest weakness?" And I'm just going to fire back with something like, "I don't think I deserve love."
Oh boy, that's not what we wanted to know at all. We don't want to get into that.
No, we meant like, are you not good at QuickBooks Pro? Are you not a team player? No, I just don't think I'm worthy of the most beautiful thing in the world. That's what I meant. My QuickBooks is on point, bro. All right. I've been doing comedy for a while. It's got me, afforded me a lot of really cool opportunities. Last fall, I got to do a show for Narrow Pro-Choice Ohio because I'm a fucking hero. And doing that show, I ran into something I never thought I would run into before, which was protesters, because I never really thought I was worthy of anyone's attention ever. And they started off, like I made the mistake of going out to confront them and talk to them, see what was going on. It's like, you know, why are you involved with these people? It's like, obviously, you know, this is a cause that I believe in. I believe a woman's body is her choice and all of that. There's like, okay, but why are you doing this show? You know, like, what is so funny about dead babies? And there's fewer things that like irritate me more than non-comedians telling comedians what it is or isn't okay to joke about. Like, I have zero context for this dead baby. Case in point, is the dead baby in this scenario wearing a comically oversized hat? That's pretty funny. That's universally funny. That's a pretty good bit, I think. And, you know, they just kept pushing the question, you know, like, why are you working with these people? And I told them, I was like, I'm going to level with you guys. I'm a 32-year-old college graduate. Last year, I made less than $18,000. They're paying me in free beer and pizza. What I'm saying is my loyalty can be bought. Alright? All you had to do was show up with a party sub and a sixer of beer. You didn't even fucking try, and you're gonna take the high ground with me, you son of a bitch? Fucking stone cold stunner the lot of you. I went to a college party last month, in case you're wondering what the saddest thing a 32-year-old man can do. And like, if you want to ghost of Christmas past yourself, I highly recommend it, you guys. You know, like you should never revisit memory lane. You should never go traipsing down those old memories. Even if it is where you learn to get good at fingering girls, you know, or as I like to call it, catching a knuckle rocket to Flavor Town. At this point, like being in my 30s and going to my alma mater is just a Tom Sawyer move where I crashed my own funeral and spilled bong water on myself. That's right, cool Uncle Dustin fucked up a bong rip, you guys. Spilled bong water all over myself, and now I just smell the way 311 sounds. That's where I'm at. Now, and to make matters worse, you know, it didn't end there. I spilled my beer later, not because I was drunk, but because I fell asleep sitting on the couch halfway through my first beer, like an alcoholic father who was too lazy to go to the store for smokes and never come back. It's just like, oh, here's Papa Meadows. Oh, he's so sad. But all of these college kids, they're my children. Let's just gather them around. Just, hey, kids, Papa Meadows has a story. I'm going to tell you some stories, kids. Did you know that at one point in history, there was a time when Dave Grohl was only in one band instead of literally every band? And these college kids are just like, Papa Meadows, I think you're lying. I was like, yeah, well, you're a fucking philosophy major, so enjoy unemployment, Blake. You son of a bitch, can I finish the fucking story? Like, every kid there knew that I was just the worst undercover cop. Alright, and it was just frustrating because every kid that looked at me, like, they just knew, just like, who let the grad school dropout in? And I just started getting really pissed about it. I was like, I've never stabbed a kid in the neck with his own vape pen and like power bombed him through a stack of Alt J records. But there's a first time for everything, I think. Now it's where you learn. You can teach an old dog new tricks, I guess. I mentioned earlier, I'm 32. I'm sad. I get sad. We all get sad. And the thing that sucks about being 32 and getting sad is there's no real effective way to manage your sadness. Because 32, you're too old to join a My Chemical Romance cover band. And you're not old enough that college sophomores want to use you as a bangable proxy for their daddy issues. Like, my late 30s is going to be fucking great. But 32 is not the time. And my friends who don't understand how depression works, they give me shit that's like, Dustin, have you tried not being sad? It's like, that's not how this works. If there was a button that I could push to just fucking turn off the sadness engine, I would do it, okay? Nobody enjoys being mopey and unfuckable at 32 years old and citing their religious views as the Black Parade. That's not fun for me. You know, like, to put it in perspective, my depression is just that munchkin gatekeeper from the Emerald City and Wizard of Oz. You know, it's like, oh, hey, here's somebody coming to the Emerald City, they've got a good time. It's like, hey, is Dustin there? We found like a sense of purpose and contentment. This girl he likes him back. And my depression just fires back. Nobody gets in to see the wizard, not no way, not no how. Be gone with you. That's where my life's at. Oh, man. I feel like I can open up to you guys. I feel like we've established a bit of a rapport. I know the big question on everyone's mind is, hey, Dustin, what's the worst thing that's ever been in your mouth? The answer's not what you think, you guys. It was a white guy's dreadlock. Oh, I wish it had been the other thing. I should be so lucky. And the way this happened was, I was at a punk rock show like 8 or 9 years ago, and the really cool thing about punk shows is you pay like $5 to $30 to see a band sing songs, and they keep throwing the microphone into the crowd so you can sing the songs you paid to see them sing. And the lead singer of this band was a skinny white vegan dude with dreadlocks down to his waist, and they're passing the microphone around the crowd, and before the microphone comes to me and I can yell, fuck George Bush, or whatever the next line of the song was, what hits my mouth is not the microphone, but a matted clump of red dreadlock that just walks by the storefront window of my mouth shop and pops in for a milkshake. So it's not pleasant, you guys. And now, because of that incident, I'm suspicious of white guys with dreadlocks. Backpedal. Now I am more suspicious of white guys with dreadlocks. You know, before I saw a white guy with dreadlocks, I was like, great, this guy's not going to shut up about Go-Go Bordello or whatever. But now every time I see a white dude with dreadlocks, like I have the same reaction that a rescue animal has when it sees sudden movement out of the corner of its eye. Where it's like, whoa. Because it's been hurt in the past and it will never love again. This is where I'm at with my life. And, I like to think that I'm a smart person, you guys, but I have to remember on my 30th birthday a couple years ago, cut my hand open trying to open a box of ice cream with a knife. And if you're not familiar with how ice cream works, at no point is a knife called for ever. Like, worst case scenario, a fork if there's not a clean spoon in your house. But I'm just standing over like John Rambo, just staring down. It's like, oh, to survive a war, you gotta become war. My life has just turned into a sad version of the movie Final Destination. Alright, the Grim Reaper has a plan for how he's going to take Dustin Meadows out of the equation, but I don't get like a Rube Goldberg mousetrap death with a logging truck. What I get is the Grim Reaper himself looking down at my life and going, what we got here? Big ass knife, box of moose tracks. Fuck it, I'm going to spin the wheel on that every time. See where the evening takes us. I'm a gambler, guys. I didn't always want to be a comedian, because why would you? When I was younger, I wanted to be an astronaut. Obviously, that did not take. And the only way I get to go into outer space now is if Michael Bay takes over NASA. And there's just a huge asteroid hurtling towards Earth, and he comes to me, he's like, hey Dustin, we got this asteroid coming in hot. I'm going to send up some oil rig guys to blow it up, but we need a funny fat guy to die at the end of the second act to motivate our heroes. Fuck it, Mr. Bay, I'm your Huckleberry, let's do this. Got some conditions though. First, I would like to go on a date with the girl who played Hermione in the Harry Potter films. Yeah. Alright, that's the only condition, singular, that's the one. And it doesn't even have to be a sexual thing. Like, she seems like she'd be a blast to hang out with. She's smart, she's fun, she's cool. She falls in love with me, that's on her. I can't turn this off, you guys. Alright? You don't just pull the plug on handsome. It's not how it works. You show me how to put a dimmer switch on a goddamn rainbow, and I'll work on reeling this in, okay? I play to my strengths. I know when to hold them, I know when to fold them. I'll get out of here on this. Sir, you've been a good sport. What's the coolest thing that's ever happened to you? I don't know. Just ballpark it. You went to Germany? That's pretty cool. You went to Germany, you guys. That's cool. I've never been to Germany. That's awesome. Coolest thing that's ever happened to me, since you were kind enough to ask. Coolest thing that's ever happened to me, a long time ago, once I got a blowjob while watching Star Wars A New Hope. I agree, I do deserve the Congressional Medal of Honor. I think so. I am a hero. It's not just for firemen and troops and policemen anymore. And I couldn't leave it like, hey, this really cool thing happened during this thing that I really like. I had to take it a sad step further, and I attempted to finish at the precise moment the film that the Death Star explodes. Because they're both explosions. Only one has dead stormtroopers, and the other has... Well, they could have been dead stormtroopers, we'll never know. Life begins at conception, you guys. Switch sides mid-set, how do you like that? For whatever reason, I couldn't time it out. Like I couldn't finish when that happened. I couldn't finish like during a cool part, like when they blow up Leia's planet, or when Obi-Wan gets cut down by Darth Vader. I finished at the precise moment in the film that I looked up and saw Han and Luke receiving their medals for the Battle of Yavin 4, and I just went, huh, where's Chewbacca's medal? Because apparently what does it for Dustin Meadows is injustice for space bears. Alright guys, I've been Dustin Meadows. You've been wonderful.